Over the weekend, Donald Trump engaged in what might be one of his most absurd, bizarre, and unnecessary Twitter rants. This time it was against Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal after Blumenthal referred to Donald Trump as he is, which is an unindicted co-conspirator based on the filings that were released this past Friday. Donald Trump then took to Twitter to say the following. Watch Da Nang Dick Blumenthal on television spewing facts almost as accurate as his bravery in Vietnam, which he never saw. As the bullets whizzed by Da Nang Dick's head as he was saving soldiers left and right, he then woke up from his dream screaming that he lied. Next time I go to Vietnam, I will ask the Dick to travel with me. I will ask the Dick to travel with me. And he put the Dick in quotation marks here. Okay, several things to unpack from this psychotic rambling of the President of the United States here. First and foremost, if you're not familiar with what the President's actually referring to, it's an issue that was resolved roughly a decade ago where Blumenthal had misspoken about his service during the Vietnam War. He did not go to Vietnam, but unlike Donald Trump, he did enlist. He was a part of the U.S. National Guard here with the United States Marines, and he signed up with them after he got his education deferments. So he got his deferments, went to school, school's over, he signs up and does his duty. Didn't have to go to Vietnam. He wasn't part of the groups that did. I'm sure there was probably some favors that exchanged hands, wealthy, privileged kid maybe, didn't want to go over there, was scared. But hell, at least he did something, which is more than what we can say of the President of the United States, Cadet Bone Spurs, who did everything he could to avoid conflict or signing up with the military in any way possible. Now that's one thing obviously everybody on Twitter responded to in these tweets, the fact that Donald Trump didn't go to Vietnam, he had his bone spurs, he was a little sissy kid, didn't want to go over there and do anything, whatever, we get it, that's known, everybody understands that, and they also understand the hypocrisy and the irony of Donald Trump tweeting this out about somebody when he himself didn't do that thing either. Here's what gets me about it. The president is psychotic. The president is absolutely mentally unstable and should immediately be removed from office. How about that? How about we go with that talking point instead of talking about the hypocrisy of he didn't go to Vietnam either. Everybody knows that. These tweets from the president show that this man is insane. And I don't say that lightly. It's not like, this guy's crazy. This man's insane. This man is clinically and certifiably insane. The 25th Amendment should have been invoked months ago. This man needs to undergo very serious psychological evaluations and furthermore, because he's not alone in this. If anyone in this country reads these tweets and says, hell yeah, that's my president, then you're just as insane as he is. No one in this country should feel like this is okay, that it's good that the president's tweeting out about the Dick. If you think that that's okay, then you're part of the problem. This is not America. It's who we are now. It's who we've allowed ourselves to evolve into. But anybody that actually cares about this country, cares about our reputation, cares about our standing with our allies, they don't approve of this. Anybody with a shred of intelligence in their brains wouldn't approve of this. And that's what's so disgusting about this to me. This isn't a partisan issue. This isn't a did he or did he not serve in Vietnam issue. This is a psychotic man, Donald Trump, serving as the President of the United States and Republicans sitting idly by wondering, I wish we could do something about his tweeting. You have 100% of the power to do something about his tweeting. You could have invoked the 25th Amendment a year ago and you sat on your asses and chose to do nothing. You own this, his supporters own this, and you people are all, every one of you, just as horrible, despicable, and deplorable as the president himself. And no, you can't change your Twitter handle and say like, the deplorable Mike Jones, as if it's a badge of honor. It's a disgusting label. but it perfectly describes the people who are out there defending the president after saying garbage like this. One of our video sponsors today is Privacy.com. Let me tell you a little bit about what Privacy.com does. You can go online, you set up an account, and once you set up that account and you link it to your debit card or credit card or bank account information, Privacy.com will then generate automated, unique debit card numbers for you to use for your online purchases. Let me show you how easy this actually is. First, go online, privacy.com/ROF. I've already created my wallet here, and see I've got a customized debit card number. The number, the expiration date, CVV, everything. We go to Amazon. I've already put this in as my debit card number. Got my items in my cart right here, place order, done. And see, as you'll notice, we just showed you that debit card number, and yet I have absolutely nothing to worry about. Why? Because that debit card number no longer exists. That's one of the greatest things about Privacy.com. You can create customized debit card numbers. You can set your spending limits, you can delete them, you can change them, you can do whatever you want with them to make sure that if somebody gets their hands on it, there is nothing they can do with it. It's security in an insecure cyber landscape. You can also download the browser extension. Sometimes when you go to check out on certain sites, you will see this little browser extension show up on there. That is also very helpful. For me, I'm more traditional. I like having the actual debit card number, so that's why I put that in there. But hundreds of millions of people across this country have had their personal data leaked by online companies within the last year or two. Privacy.com gives you a little bit of peace of mind. It helps you to know that your bank account information is secure. And worst case scenario, that card number I showed you does get used by someone else. It's not going to pull any money out of my account, and it's going to come back showing that that number is no longer valid. These are temporary cards. You can delete them. You can create new ones as many times as you want. You can sign up for Privacy.com by using our customized Ring of Fire URL, privacy.com/ROF. This is a product, a service that I highly recommend, and it is something that I now use every single day.